Hey guys, good morning. Guys, if you're able to see my screen, just type S in the chat box so that we can get started. Yeah, thanks for the confirmation in the chat, guys. So, good morning, all. So, we are moving into a new topic that is handling the frames. And I'm going to take some complex examples and we are going to automate them. Okay. Just give me a second. Just change this batch one. Launch. So, meanwhile, I'll also open the notes. So, the topic is all about handling frames. So what exactly are frames? And so, yeah, okay. The topic is about handling frames. So what exactly are these frames? All those things I'm going to cover as part of this session. So let me open the notes so that we can go in a step-by-step manner for that. Fine. Here we have somewhere frames. And after frames, we'll go for mouse and keyboard activities, then taking screenshots, then calendars, then tables, WebDriver hierarchy in detail, JavaScript executor. Okay, these are the things that we'll cover. Additional topics will go later anyhow. So here are the frames. Let me open that here. Guys, can you see the notes? Just type S in the chat box if you're able to see my notes regarding the frames. Yes, great, great. Okay, handling frames and iframes. So here there are not only frames, there are also iframes. There are two types of things here in this case. Everyone thinks handling frames means iframes also, but there are two items like frames and iframes that we're going to automate as part of this session. So you have to have an idea that there are two items instead of one item. There are two items, but they have the same properties. Okay, they behave like same, but their purpose is different. If you talk about frames purpose in HTML, that is different. Iframes purpose in HTML, that is different. But ultimately, automating them using Selenium Java is same for both of them. So in this session, I am going to explain you what exactly are frames and why they are used in, while creating the web pages using HTML, and also what are iframes and why we use them while creating the web pages in HTML using HTML. Okay, so there are two items. So tell me, guys, there are two items. What are those two items? One is frames and other one is iframes. Everyone type in the chat box frames and iframes. Frames and iframes, they are not one, guys, they are different, but automation is same. Automating them is same, but the purpose of they being created in the HTML pages is different, but ultimately the automation of them is same. Okay, yeah, that's why I'm covering both of them together. Yes, thanks for that. Thanks for typing in the chat box, guys, everyone. So fine, let's move on. So also I'm going to cover some new commands that got introduced in Selenium 4 in the regard of frames and iframes. And also I will cover a topic on latest commands that got introduced in Selenium 4. Okay, what are the new changes in Selenium 4 also I'm going to cover in upcoming sessions. We'll go slow, guys. What is the need of hurry? When we have to learn everything, right? Let's complete them, okay? Let's complete them and go there. So let's become some experts in Selenium automation and then move to other areas. Okay, that's what I feel. And whenever we go to the framework concepts, right, we'll also spend a lot of time there in doing a lot of R&D on the frameworks rather than just going through the frameworks and completing them. So because these sessions are R&D sessions anyhow, so we'll go in depth for that. Yeah, anyhow, what are iframes? What are iframes? Iframe is one of the tags that are available in HTML, and using the iframe, we can embed other HTML page in a HTML page. Okay, the purpose of the iframe is what? We can embed another HTML page in a single HTML page. I'm going to show you practically, guys, so that you will understand what exactly are iframes. They are one of the HTML tags. Using these tags, we can create, you can embed multiple web pages in a single web page. Okay, so for that to happen, I'll just go to my this Notepad++ software, and here I'll start writing some code. HTML/HTML, then head/head, then body, then /body. I'll just save this as HTML, save as. I'll go to one of my location in my machine and save that. Go to the downloads, the Xbox folder. I'll go, and here I'll write down frames demo.html. All types you save this. You see, the moment Notepad++ you save it as HTML, it detects the text that you have typed into this Notepad++ HTML, and it gives you this kind of additional coloring and features. Okay. Inside the body tag, by default, if I save this and go to the location where I have saved that HTML file, I go to the location where I saved the HTML file and simply open that thing and open this file. It will open in the this Edge browser. And you can clearly see, guys, the title of this particular page is frames_demo.html. If you want to change it, simple thing is come here and create a title tag. Title. Here I'll say frames demo. Okay. Title frames demo. So here I'll write, save this, and here I'll go and refresh the page. Frames demo is coming. Right, frames demo is coming. Here the blank area is there. The blank area is there. Now, what I'm going to do here is the body part. I'm going to write iframe *c is equal to slash. Let's try this out. First of all, I'll take one website URL and try to open that there. Let's say I'll go with this ufox.com website, my website, where you can find all the information together. My complete work will be there here. Yes, come back here. So not this one, sorry. Come back here and write down here. Now save this, go back and refresh. Can you see the web page is getting embedded here in this box? Can you see the web page getting embedded? But the height and width are not proper though, right? A separate website page I've embedded here. This website page can belong to the same website or different website, doesn't matter. But if your requirement is to embed multiple pages in a single page, you have to go for what, guys? You have to go for what? If you want to embed multiple web pages of the same website or different website in a single page, then we have to go for iframes. Okay, we have to go for iframes for now. Yeah, I'm going to change something here. That is, I'll give some height and width so that it looks good. Height is equal to, let's say, 700, I'll say, and width is equal to, width of this iframe is like I'll just give that as 300, 250 for now. 250 or 300 for now. Let's say 300, what's the matter? After I do that and save this, and again here come back and refresh. Now the height and width got updated. Okay, I felt like some more space should be given for width because it's cutting here. So I'll give some more space. I'll give like 350, let's say, and save this. and come back here and refresh here. Save this and refresh this page here. Once I refresh the page, let's see whether the website page is coming better or not. Yes, it looks good now. The QFox website page, home page is coming better now. Now, not only one page I would like to embed here, I would like to embed multiple web pages here. So for that, what I have to do, copy this iframe as it is, or to type another iframe. src is equal to, again height is equal to 700, and I'll say width is equal to 350. Okay. You see here, I'm self-closing the tag. Can you see for the first time what I'm doing, guys? Can you see here? This is starting of the iframe, but where is the ending of the iframe? This is starting of the iframe, but where is the ending of the iframe? Here I am self-closing here, right? Forward slash. This is self-closing tag. I don't have to create a closing tag separately. In HTML, we have some self-closing tags also possible. We can also write iframe also. That's also fine. But slash, this is self-closing. If required, we'll go there. Otherwise, we'll go with this approach. And here, I'll give another website page, that is omoy.blogspot.com page. I'll copy this and see if it works or not. I would like to embed multiple web pages here. Save this, come back here, refresh here. It's not coming. So maybe I should not embed, I should not self-close like this. Maybe I have to write slash iframe. Let's see what works. Let's see, because I don't remember whether I have to self-close that or kind of. Here also I'll just write clear like this. Write that here. Let's see what will happen here. What is happening here? 3 double quotes. Okay.
Height spelling is wrong. Height spelling is wrong.
HEIGHT. Yeah, correct. Typing mistake. Sorry. Thank you. Save this and come back here and refresh here. Are you getting 2 embedded frames? Guys, 2 iframes are coming or not? 2 iframes. You can embed multiple pages in a single website page. Okay, the simple rule is create iframe. src is equal to give another website. I'll copy paste this one. This part I'll copy paste. Why to waste the time? Just copy paste this area like height, width. Okay, in this src I'll give some other website page. I'll go to my previous website like Selenium 143 website page. I'll go. Okay, I'll go to Selenium 143, which is created by me in the olden days. Then come back here. Okay, then again iframe src is equal to height is equal to 700 and width is equal to say 350. Then close this and iframe, close iframe here. Then here type, copy this. Selenium 143 is done. Na? Selenium by Arun, I'll go. This one, another website of mine, the olden days, before I started QFox. Very old one. Okay, like this I'll save. Now after that I'll click on save button and just come here and refresh this. You see 4 web pages of different websites have been. You can also embed the websites, web pages of the same website also, or whatever that you are loading also, you can do that. But this is how we can embed multiple web pages in a single web page, and that is possible with the help of iframe. Clear everyone? What exactly are iframes is clear for you? What exactly are iframes is clear for everyone?
Sir?
Yeah. Yes.
In single web page, we have different web pages, right, sir?
Yes.
And one more thing you told me, sir. What about that, sir?
Frames. One more item is about frames. In a single page, you can have the multiple web pages of the same website or different website also.
Okay.
So I'll take you to one example of some website which is using frames from the same website. Okay. So that is W3 schools. Everyone is aware of W3 schools. Go to HTML. Go to one of the page of HTML where try it yourself button will come. Click on the try it yourself. Now this website page from w3schools.com. Okay. This website page from w3schools.com is showing two sections. First section is all about writing the HTML code. Second section is all about displaying the result. So this is a separate page, guys, actually. Okay, this is a separate website page. But what they are doing, the developers of the W3 schools have very cleverly designed this web page in such a way that the results page also they embedded in this page. This is the original page. Whatever you are seeing here with the editor is the original page. But whenever you run this code here, where the results should come, it will come in a separate web page. So what the W3 schools people have done, developers have done, instead of you every time run the code and see another website page for the results, they made it simple for us by embedding this separate web page of them where results will come, which was there in a separate page, right? That they embedded in this single, in the same page where you are writing, where there is an editor kind of functionality in the web page for writing the code. So here, page title, Arun Motori. So you'll not be able to see the title anyhow. First heading, otherwise Arun Motori, I'll write. And run this. The moment you run this, you see, it's working fine now. The heading is coming here, heading is getting updated. If you right click here, you will see some frame options. You see, frame source, reload frame kind of options are coming. That means this is an embedded frame. So right click on this, select view page source, and just see here whether they have written any iframes or something in the code. Anywhere you see some iframes, just see. Yeah, here, this is HTML code. Do you see any iframe in this? Let me check, guys. What the coding is too much, right? So yeah, this is the script tags. Body tag, where is the body tag? Where is the body tag starting? Let's see that. Okay, not here we have to see. I'll tell you where we have to see. Right click on the original web page. Instead of here, right click on the original web page and say view page source. And come down here. Come down here. Yeah, here some div tags are there. Here body tag has started. In that body tag, some div tags are there. Again, div ID shield is there. Footer is there. It's completing, but I don't see any frame. Why? Control F, iframe. Okay. They did something, guys. Iframe result. They created the iframes in a different way. Okay. Not directly like me. They created the iframes in a different way. Yeah, here it is there. You see? iframe. I was like looking for iframe. In part of the no script kind of thing, they have written this iframe. iframe https://googlemanager.com. I'll copy this URL and paste it outside, and what exactly is that? Let's see. This was put in the part of the iframe. What is this actually? We don't. This is the result part, I think so. This is the result part or something. No script .html id something. They use some iframe concept where very advanced one. We don't have to dig deep there, but some iframes they have used here to get the things done. Okay, at least we are getting some idea. The ID iframe wrapper and all those things. Okay. So their way of creating the iframes is completely different when compared to us. But I'll take you to some websites where they have written the iframes in a normal way. This is a very advanced way the developers may write the code for iframes. That's okay. But ultimately understand that are these two pages part of the same website or not? Are these two pages part of the same website or not? Yes or no? Yes. And they have embedded this results web page instead of making this results web page part of another web. Instead of making this results web page part of another URL, so they have embedded this results page in the same web page so that this kind of functionality will come where you modify the code here and run the code, the result will come here on. Able to understand, guys, how the people can use iframes in real time? Is that clear for you? Is that clear, guys? How developers can use iframes is clear in different situations. One of the examples is W3 schools where they have created the iframes with that intention. Okay. So this is one very basic one. People don't do like this, but I just wanted to show you how to write the HTML code for creating the iframes. This is the way we have to write. Okay. This is how using the iframe tags we have to write. Yeah, I'll explain you the difference, Amrita. We are not there yet. I'll explain you the difference between frames and iframes. I'll tell you very simple difference that is. So examples of the applications using iframes are W3 schools. Now the difference that you are asking, frame and iframe. What is the difference between iframe and frames? When the developers will go for iframes, when the developers will go for frames. So before explaining the difference, right, I'll show you one web page. Okay, for that which frames are used instead of iframes. There, Java 8 API documentation I'll write, and you'll get this link. Just click on this. Now here, how many sections you see on this page, guys? How many sections do you see on this page? How many sections you see on this web page? How many sections are there on this page? Yes, 3 sections. 1, 2, 3. Total 3 are there, right? Everyone can clearly how many sections are there on this page, web page? There are 3 sections. First section, second section, third section. So if your intention is to create sections on the web page, okay, here pages in every section, there is separate page displayed. You see packages related pages displayed here. Okay, they have embedded the packages related section here, and here they have embedded the classes related section here, and they have embedded the details section here. Okay, the details section is coming on the third section. So if your requirement is to create multiple sections like without different sizes and heights and widths in the same web page, and embed different, here also you are embedding multiple web pages of the same website or something different website, that doesn't matter. But ultimately what you are doing, you are creating the sections. You see, you are creating multiple sections and organizing it, right? For this purpose you have to use frames, not iframes. Okay, if you have to partition the page into multiple sections like this, we have to go for iframes or frames. If you want to partition the page into multiple embedded web pages sections, then we have to go with iframes or frames. We have to go with frames. That's the purpose of the frames. But when do we have to go with iframes? I'll tell you the difference. Guys, there is a web page. Assume that is a website page, and here at any portion of the web page you want to embed one website page, either here or here or here or here or in between. Anywhere if you want to embed a page, then we have to go for iframes. Then we have to go for what? iframes. But if your requirement is to embed the web pages like this, I want to divide this web page like this, okay, into multiple sections. I would like to divide this, and total how many embedded sections are there in this? Total how many embedded web sections are there here? Total 5 are there in this diagram. If your requirement is to embed the web pages of another website pages or same website pages for the page to design like this, then you have to go with frames. Okay, here organizing of the embedded sections, here sections will be there, here sections won't be there. Here this frame, this iframes will get you the flexibility of moving this item here and there. Okay, it's not a section concept. It's like any part of the page, anywhere in any point, any location, you can create an iframe. But if you want to divide that single web page in the form of organized sections, where each and every section takes some space like this, horizontally or vertically, then we have to go for frames. Got it, guys? That's the only difference. Nothing much. Able to understand the difference, guys?
Whatever is able to moving is here, we can select and all. So it is iframe, is it like that?
Yes, that is iframe. That is
And
iframe.
if
So
there is
iframe is
a
not fixed
static
to a
object,
particular. Yeah, what is that?
means is it like for frames? Is it like for static object? There is we have to only select and all. Then it is frame.
No, not like that. Not like that. Okay. The purpose of both iframes and iframes is to embed web pages in a single web page. Okay. I explained here, you guys. The main purpose, the common purpose of frames and iframes is to embed different website pages or same website pages as part of the same page. In single page, you want to see multiple pages of the same website or different websites. Clear? That is the purpose of frames and iframes. But how the frames and iframes are different is, coming to the frames, they divide the single web page into multiple sections. You see, frames divide the web page into multiple sections where each section can load a separate HTML document or page of same website or different website. Okay, this is example. Iframes are used in HTML pages to embed other HTML pages anywhere in the HTML document, not in the form of section format. Okay, anywhere in the any portion, any place of the HTML document, if you want to embed one web page, then we go for a free flow kind of stuff. Okay, here it's very flexible. Iframe is very flexible, whereas frames will be done only in the form of section. They have to horizontally or vertically cut the page. Okay, horizontally or vertically they can cut the page. Those are iframes. Got it? Sorry, those are frames. Horizontal or vertically cut the page are frames, whereas flexibly defining the height, width, and and then from here to here. For example, I'll take this. For example, here if I give something like 400 only, then what will happen? Then what will happen here? Let me open that. Yeah. You see, this area is blank, right? Can you see that? This area is blank. Okay. So this kind of functionality, if you want, then you will go with iframes. Frames are like they create sections rather than fixing to some portion of the page, like very being flexible on any portion of the page you can create. But frames are section oriented. They organize the page into multiple sections, frames, whereas iframes is not about organizing a single page into multiple sections. Rather than iframes is all about anywhere, any part of the page, any portion of the page, in any area of the page you want to embed another web page, then you go with iframes. Got it now? Clear? Clear, guys? You don't have to fill up this part. You don't have to fill up this part. Anywhere it can embed. That is iframe. Frames will create sections. In section-oriented concept, where the website should be completely occupied and that portion is occupied by one frame, means remaining will be done by the remaining sections, remaining or original page maybe. Okay, got it? The difference between frames and iframes, or is still unclear for you? Guys, is that clear? Generally we use iframes only, but in real time people may use frames for section oriented purpose. The properties are different. Properties are same, how to automate is same, but their purpose is different. Frames will frames will embed the web pages in the form of sections, whereas iframes will embed the web pages not in the form of sections, anywhere in any part of the page, very flexible way. If you want to embed on one web page, then you go with iframes. Got it now? Yes, frame is also a tag, iframe is also a tag. Separate tags are there. Okay, I'll show you practically, don't worry. So if you go here, in this where you see instead of iframes they have used frames. Right click here, view page source, and just see here what are there. They have used iframes or frames. Let's find it out. Control F. I'll say frame just to save the time, guys. 1 minute. Yes, frame is also another tag of HTML. I'll try to inspect one link here. I right click inspect here. And in the description, escape, scroll up. Can you see the frame tag here? Guys, can you see the frame tag here? Frame instead of iframe, do we see frame here? Right? Yes, right? Yeah. Let's go to W3 schools also one time. See why that was not found for us. Try it yourself. And take this heading, right click, view, inspect. You see somewhere here, we have iframe tag. Can you see that iframe tag here in W3 schools, what they have used? Iframe to embed this only one web page in certain portion of the page. The purpose of this W3 schools is not to segregate this page into multiple sections. The purpose is to display the result of this particular code in a portion of the web page, in any portion of the web page. So they have went with iframe, and the things were there, like they have written some code in such a way that in certain portion of the page, the result of this particular code should come. Okay, but coming here, the purpose of them creating the frames is different, where they want to organize this page into multiple sections. So here, this particular section is part of one frame. It's like frames they have used here. Okay, they have used frames here. Okay, they have used frames here. You see, instead of iframes, they have used frames. Frame set is there, frame set is there. You see, under the frame set, there are multiple frames here. This is one frame. This is one frame, frame set. This is another frame. You see, this is the first frame, this is second frame, and this is the third frame. Okay, you can see that, right? All the three frames are there. Frame, frame, frame. Okay, multiple sections. If they want to organize, they are going to use frames. If they want to embed another web page in the same in a single page, just for displaying the results or whatever the requirement that may be, they're creating iframes. Okay, depending on the developer requirement, they may either go with frames or iframes. Okay. So iframes can't be used to solve the purpose of both frames and iframes. I don't think so. Maybe I didn't dig deep there, but since the question has come, we'll do R&D on that. So because in my previous session I felt that
So why I
explaining
ask
about
this, because until now my impression was like iframe is the advance of or superset of frame, where it can cover both the purpose of frame and
Okay,
iframe. So that is
okay,
what
okay,
my perception is till now.
okay. Let's find it out. Let's find it out. Even I don't know that, but let's whenever we get that question, that's a very good question. iframe can't be used to solve the purpose of both frame and iframe. Let's see. The frame and iframe elements in HTML serve similar but distinct purposes. Frame element, the frame element is used in older versions of HTML to define a specific area within a frame set document where another HTML document can be displayed. It was primarily used for creating layouts. Okay. The why the developers have used this frame is for creating the layouts, that is sections, what I call is sections, right? For creating such sections, developers used to use frames. Okay. In the older versions, not in the latest versions, where multiple independent HTML documents or frames could not be loaded into a single HTML, could be loaded into the single web page. The use of frame has largely fallen out of favor due to its limitations and complexities, and it's considered obsolete in HTML5. No one is using frames, but because why we are still seeing frames here, an example is Java 8 is an older version, right? The developers of Java are not working on this documentation. If you go with the latest version of Java API documentation like Java JDK 21, you will not see this kind of sections. It is an older one, right? So they are not maintaining this. Okay, they are not maintaining that. That's why you are able to see the older features, because recently people are not using frames. Okay, recently in the latest websites and applications, the frames are not being used as clearly mentioned here, right? Frames, even iframes also don't think much, but let's see. So then iframe short for inline frame element, on the other hand, is still widely used and serves as, it's being used also, it seems, serves a similar purpose but more flexibility and security. It has more flexibility because you can put it in any part of the page and all. It allows you to embed another HTML document within the current HTML document. IFrame is commonly used for embedding videos, maps, advertisements, or any other externals. Recently, we have seen Make My Trip advertisement, right? When we try to automate some new advertisements came on Make My Trip, they have used iframe, and in that iframe, they have displayed the ad in the form of a light box that we have automated as a challenge, right? As part of the challenge or some doubts clearing, I have done that, I think so. IFrame is commonly used for embedding videos, maps, advertisements, or any other external content of a web page. Unlike Frame, IFrame is not dependent on frame set, making it easier to work with and more compatible with modern web design practices. Okay, if you go with what is that website, guys, where we have that iframe, W3 schools, go there again. Try it yourself. We'll inspect one of the element here, select inspect option, and here just go there and see. Here we have iframe, and it's not part of the frame set. You see, there is no frame set concept here, but here we have a frame set concept here. For example, if I inspect one of the link in this particular section of the frame, you see for normal frames, there is a frame set concept. There is a frame set concept. In that they are segregated. It is generally used for layout purposes, but this is used for embedding purposes. Simple. If you want to lay out into multiple sections, you are going with frames. If you don't want to lay out, you just want to, if you just want to embed the web pages, people are nowadays going with iframes, and clearly they mentioned that frame is outdated or obsolete. It's outdated, obsolete. The people are not using frames anymore. IFrames is still there because recently we have seen Make My Trip website displaying an light box kind of ad inside a frame. Okay. So while iframe can be used to achieve similar effect as frame, embedding external content, iframe is more versatile, easier to use, and in more standard. The use of the iframe is generally discouraged. Use of the frame is generally discouraged due to its limitation and fact that it's considered obsolete in HTML5. Anyhow, as you asked me, can we get the frame kind of functionality with iframe? Yes. The answer is yes for that. We can do that. We can create similar sections with iframes, but earlier the frames was the immediate concept used by the developers. Frame was the immediate concept used by developers for creating the layouts. But later iframes came where they're even more flexible, and they make the page flexible. And if you want to create sections with iframes, that is also possible. But their immediate intention is to embed the web pages. Okay, clear, guys? Clear? The difference between frame and iframe is clear. Okay. So this is already outdated, guys. Don't have to worry much, but we should have the knowledge because they may ask you in the interviews what is the difference between frames and iframes. Okay, they may ask you in the interviews what is the difference between frame and iframe. So it's better to know that. Okay. So, but you can now you have a lot of information, right? Frames are outdated or outdated already. Though we can use them still, but they are outdated. They are not being used now in the latest versions of the applications. Okay. Okay. Then what else we have? Okay, now let's go to the practicals. Let's go to the practicals. So everyone ready for the practicals of how to automate the frames and iframes? Everyone ready for the practicals on how to use frames and iframes for automating iframes and iframes, frames and iframes? Yes. So simple to complex things are there. So maybe complex things will make it part of the tomorrow session, where simple things I'll cover today. Okay, because theoretical part is there now. Tomorrow we'll go into the advanced frames, how to handle the advanced iframes and all. We'll see that. So if you don't learn how to automate frames, that's okay, guys, because it's absolute, it's discouraged. Most of the cases, we might not get the possibility of frames. Most of the places you will see iframes being used, not frames, because frames in HTML file is termed as deprecated or outdated. But still we can use it, but we don't have to learn so much. We don't have to spend a lot of energy on that kind of stuff which are obsolete or outdated. So, but learning about the history and whether being used now or not is also important. So that's fine. First thing is that we'll go to this website page. I'll open this website page somewhere here. Just give me a second. And simple thing that we have to do on this page is once the web page loads, I would like to type some text here. I would like to clear this particular text. Otherwise, I just want to, your content goes here, text is there now. I want to clear like this. This is the only simple requirement I have on this web page. Okay. What is the simple requirement I have on this web page? I would like to clear this particular text like this. Okay. That's only the simple requirement. For that, how to write the automation code? Let's see. I'll just close all this stuff and come back here. I'll create a new package. Right click, new package. I'll just name this as frames demo. Frames demo. Click on finish. And here create a new class. Like what is that? Internet Heroku, right? Internet Heroku app demo. Okay. Click on this main method. So here, write down the code. Chrome driver. Driver is equal to new Chrome driver. Then Control Shift O. Then driver dot manage. Driver dot manage. Driver dot manage. Dot window dot maximize. Then driver dot get, open the application URL. Open the application URL. Where is the application URL? This is application URL. Copy this and paste it here. Once you open this application page URL, you'll get this. And I simply want to clear this particular text. I'll inspect this particular text where exactly it is there. Yeah, paragraph tag is there under tiny MCE. This paragraph is there. I would like to clear this particular text. Okay. And the body tag, the paragraph is there. That paragraph text, I would like to clear it out. Okay, so I'll take this ID here, double body @ ID is equal to view that ID and say /p. This particular text I would like to clear. Let's see what will happen. Driver dot find element by dot xpath, give the xpath expression for this and put a semicolon here. Create a web element paratext. In the field, I would like to clear this paragraph text from that field. I'll simply say paratext dot clear. Okay, whether it is working or not, let's see directly. Now run the code. Right click, run as Java application. Right click, run as Java application. Let's see what is happening in this case. It will open the Chrome browser, maximize the browser, open the application URL in the browser, and finally it has to clear the text inside that field. As simple as it looks like, right? But is the text got cleared here? Did the text got cleared here? When I automated here, the text got cleared or no? Yes or no? No, the text didn't get cleared here. And you can see there is an exception also came. What is the exception that came? What is the exception that came here? Everyone type in the chat box the name of the exception that got displayed here. What is the name of the exception that got displayed here? No such element exception. So there are many reasons why we get no such element exception. One of the reason may be like you gave a wrong locator. Okay, no such element exception. It's not found. Let's say it's not found. It's just no such element exception. Just no such element exception. Let's see. Okay. So fine. So what are the reasons for this exception? One of the main reasons for getting this no such element exception is when you gave a wrong locator. With the wrong locator, the Selenium will not be able to find the required element on the web page. You may get no such element exception. That is one of the reasons. What is another reason for getting no such element exception? Another reason for getting the no such element exception is that it's not directly available on the page. After some time it is coming. You are not making the Selenium wait for that particular element. In such cases also, if you are not waiting for the element and Selenium will look for that option on the web page, and if the Selenium is not able to by the time Selenium came, this option is not there. In that case also, you will get no such element exception. The third reason you may get no such element exception is if that particular element is part of another window. Explained in the previous sessions, right? We have to switch to that another window and handle that exception. Okay, that is another reason why we get no such element exception. Like that, many reasons are there. Okay, for getting no such element exception. And another reason for getting no such element exception is this no such element exception is part of a frame. What is the reason here why we are getting no such element exception, guys? Because this particular element is part of a what? Part of a what? This particular element that we are trying to automate using Selenium is part of what? Part of a, everyone type in the chat box. It's part of what? Yes, it's part of an iframe. That's why we are getting an exception. So let me explain the theory a bit so that you'll understand why we got an exception. Let's say this real time example I'll take, real world example. Let's say this is the house of your friend. Okay, your friend stays in this house, and in this house there are a lot of rooms. There's some lot of rooms here. Okay, like this, some different rooms are there. Okay, like this, some hall is there, and in this room again some rooms are there. Let's say, okay, like this, some section. This kind of structure is there of the house. Okay, your friend has a very big house. In that big house, lot of rooms are there. Okay, in that rooms, there is one room. Inside the room there are another again internal rooms and all. And your friend is there here. Let's say your friend is there here. Okay, your friend is there here. Now you are entering the house. Once you enter the house, you are at this house is like a page level. This house is like what? Page level. Imagine house as a page level. Okay. So Selenium, imagine that you are nothing but Selenium. Who came? Selenium is nothing but you. You came looking for a friend at his house. So when I enter into the page, when I enter into this particular page using Selenium, normally Selenium will be able to enter into the page, right? Normally, I don't have to do anything extra. Now, can Selenium or can we see that friend outside these rooms? Can we see anywhere? With our eyes, can we see our friend here anywhere? Can we see our friend, guys, directly? What do you say, guys? Type in the chat box, everyone. No, we cannot see our friend directly here, guys. What we have to do? We have to go inside this room. Still, can we find our friend after going inside this room? The higher level room, can we find our friend? Still no. From here, we have to go inside this room. Then we'll be able to find our friend. You can see our friend, right? So here, these rooms are like frames. What are these rooms? They are iframes. So inside this page level box, that is which I'm calling as a house in this example, we have rooms as a frames, rooms as a iframes, and inside that iframe, another iframes are there. That is possible in HTML. So if you have to find your friend, if the Selenium has to find this particular element which is there inside one of the inner iframe, so first Selenium has to, by default, Selenium will be at the page level. We have to take the Selenium from the page level to this frame level, and from this frame level we have to take to the inner frame level. Okay, this is step-by-step process. Then only Selenium will be able to perform the operation. In this case, what is happening in our website? In this example, what is happening? This particular element, okay, is part of a frame. If you right click here, somewhere if you right click here, just nearby this, just you see frame options are coming or not? Yes or no? Are you getting frame options or not? So as part of our investigation, like a police will do the investigation, right? If you are not able to perform the operation, the reason may be the locator for this particular element is wrong. That's the first thing. If you have given a proper locator, you double check it. Then second check is that this element is not coming on time. By the time Selenium comes, this element is not there, and after the Selenium goes away, the Selenium element is coming. That may be another reason because of this synchronization problem, where if the Selenium is not waiting for the element, then also you'll get no such element exception. Third reason where you will get no such element exception is what? This particular thing is element is part of another window where Selenium is part of on the origin, parent window, and a child window came where Selenium will not go directly. We have to make the Selenium switch to the child window that I covered in the previous sessions. And if that is not also case, you see here only one page is that this element is part of the same page and not part of multiple windows. So what were the last option, guys? As part of police investigation, what we'll do? as part of tester investigation. We have to act like police sometimes. As a tester also, we have to act like police. Here, as part of the last clue, we have is that maybe this is part of a frame. Maybe this is part of a frame. So here, when I select that, I'm not getting frame option. So just you have to do some more hard work, guys. Okay. Sometimes it will not come. You have to right click some like this, and then you may get it. Okay. Sometimes you may not get exactly, but this is a way. Or if you are still not able to find, you can right click here, select inspect option, and go here and do the inspection like this. For example, do the investigation like this. Select this and right click inspect here and see. Just scroll up on the page. Just scroll up on this element and see, is there any iframe? If you are able to detect an iframe, means this element is not. It's giving no such element exception because it's part of a iframe. It's inside a one room. That's the reason. Then what is the solution, guys? If this particular element is part of a iframe, it's part of a room, then I have to make the Selenium go from the page level to this frame level, yes or no? From the page, I have to take the Selenium inside this room or not? Yes or no? Room known as frame or not? Yes. So for that reasons, otherwise you'll get no such element exception, okay? For that reason, Selenium has given one command known as driver dot. The name of the command is what? switchTo command. Everyone type in the chat box, what is the name of the command? switchTo command. switchTo command followed by dot. Using the switchTo, we can switch to an alert, we can switch to a frame, we can switch to a window. Okay, many things are there. We can switch to a window. Like that, many items are there. But here we are going to switch to what? Switch to frame here. Dot frame. Okay. Switch to dot frame. Everyone type switch to dot frame. Okay. When I try to switch to dot frame, if I write frame here, how many overloaded methods are coming? Can you see the different overloaded methods? If I say switch to dot frame, here only one frame method is coming or multiple frame methods are coming. With the same name, multiple methods are there. These are called as overloaded methods. You see how the overloaded concept is used in the library of Selenium? Guys, can you understand now why overloading concept is required? So I don't want to create very big names for the method. So what the Selenium developers have done is they created the method with the same name, but different number of parameters, different number or type of the parameter. Here int parameter is there, here string parameter is there, even though count is same, but here web element parameter is there. Because of the data type of the parameters, the Selenium developers were able to create overloaded methods for this frame. Either you can call frame of index, either you can call frame of string name or ID, either we can call frame of web element. I'm going to cover each and everything, each and every overloaded method I can cover that. For now, I'll just put frame here without worrying much. I'll just put frame here. I will explore this frame concept in detail, guys. This will not be completed in one session. Okay, I'll take this for maybe just 5 more minutes or something, and then we'll stop. Then we'll go for the doubts clearing anyhow. Yeah. So here, just see here, guys, what's happening. So here we went to this website and we wanted to clear the text inside that particular text field, but that is not happening. But because that particular text field was part of a frame, and because of that, which exception we got? No such element exception. Now I have to switch to the frame. How to switch to the frame? I'll go to the website here, the same website where I'm not able to clear the text, right? I'll just select this one and again select inspect option. Once I select the inspect option, you see this element is part of a frame. That particular frame has an ID or not? Yes or no? ID is there or not? In the HTML code of the frame, iframe, in the HTML code of the iframe, do we have an ID attribute? Yes. So it is very easy to switch to the frame now. If it has an ID or name locators, right? It's very easy. Copy the ID attribute value of the frame and just inside this frame, provide double quotes and directly provide the ID or directly provide the name locator. Anything is fine. For now, I'm providing the ID locator. In another example, I'll take name locator. So if you have ID locator or name locator, right, for locating the frame, in the frame command directly in double quotes provide the ID attribute value. Okay. So frame can switch to that because one of the overloaded method, what it is saying, you have to give either name or ID. In the string format, you have to give name or ID. That frame overloaded method I'm using. So after you switch to the frame, if you try to clear the text, what is happening? Let's see this time whether it is working or not. Let's see. This time, let's see whether it is working or not. Is it working? Guys, is it working? Yes, the text got cleared. You see, after I switch to the frame, the text got cleared. Here I switch to the frame with the help of ID. Okay, with the help of ID, I switch to the frame. So everyone clear? So far it is clear. The frames concept is clear for you. Just type C in the chat box. The frames concept is clear. Just type C in the chat box. So for today, this much only. Tomorrow I'll cover different ways we can switch to the frames with the help of ID, name, web element, index. All these concepts I'm going to cover. After that, we are going for nested frames. A frame can be inside another frame, like your friend is here inside a frame, another room is inside a room, another room is there. Like the nested frames will be there. Okay. So we have to go to the next levels. And apart from that, the coming concepts are parent, child, and sibling frames concept is there. Okay, at the same level also frames will be there. So how to move between that sibling frames is something I cover again. Then how to use the indexing concept in a web page, that also I'll cover. Multiple things are there, I am going to cover. Very advanced things and basic things. Basic things are done for today, but tomorrow we'll see different ways we can switch to the frames, and also nested frames and sibling frames, and switching the frame using the index in a complex environment. All these things we are going to see tomorrow. Okay, we'll try to complete it by tomorrow. If not, we'll take it to the next level. Okay, so if you have any doubts, you can ask me now. Guys, if you have any doubts about this session or any other doubts, general doubts you have, you can ask me so that we can discuss on that.
Arun,
Yeah.
so if we want to identify in the easiest way, like whether then the element is inside a iframe, so in the right click option, will it iframe option will always be available, or is it like in some conditions we may not see that
Yeah,
option
it will
to
come,
be?
but some places will be there where, if you don't right click on a proper area, it may not be visible. You may think that it's not part of an iframe. So it's better.
Okay.
That's not the only way you have to stop your investigation. Most of the cases you will be lucky. For example, if I go to this omaya.blogspot.com here, there used to be some frames here, but now see, if I right click anywhere on the page, I'm getting these frame options. Okay, if I go to this W3 schools, let's say W3 schools, and go to that page, and where is that? Yeah, one of the things, try it yourself. And here I'll go here and right click here somewhere. I'm getting the frame options, right? But if I right click here, I'm not getting. If I am right click here, it's not coming. So this is part of the frame, we can understand. Most of the cases it will be okay, but in some cases, right, even though it's part of the frame, the right click options may not immediately reflect for you. So that happened with us here, right? For example, if you go to Internet Heroku, that link, if you have seen that, it was not easy for us to decide that that's part of the frame. So here, if I go to this Internet Heroku app, copy link address and go here, sometimes it may not be easy for us to locate, because, so for example, which element is not getting cleared? This element. I'll select this and see. I'm getting view frame options here. Am I getting view frame options here?
No.
No. Then another way is that what I have to do is I have to take I don't have to click inside this box. Okay. I have to right click here at a higher level. Higher level. Just don't click it. Don't click it nearby the area. Just right click and see. So you should not stop there itself. Instead of selecting and say if that is not coming, don't think that frames are not there. Okay. Small trick will be there where you just go nearby this element, just surrounding element somewhere in the blank area without clicking right click. If you're getting frames, there is a possibility that it's part of the frame. Okay. Like that you have to do. And other simplest way is by using a add-on known as selector sub. If the selector sub is allowed in your company, extension of the browser is allowed in your company, then it will be much easy for you, because that does the job well. Okay, so if you go with selector sub, selectorsub.com, just let me go with selector sub, selectorsub.com, and I'll try to install an extension from selector sub. So if your company allows you to have selector sub in your machine, install in your machine, then you can, because it will save a lot of time, right? Okay, so what I'll do here is install Chrome. Install Chrome. Click on add to Chrome. You'll get this kind of dialog. Say add extension. In a while, selector sub will be installed in your machine. Okay, once it got installed, yeah, It got installed, it seems. It will be there here, somewhere here. Click on pin. Just restart the browser after installing any plugin. It's good practice to restart the browser. So after restarting the browser, you just have to, the notes are also gone. Don't worry about that. You'll open the notes again if required. Yeah, I think, yeah, I'll open the notes. And in that one link was there, right? Internet Heroku link. I'll take that link, copy this link and provide that here. Press enter. And here I'll get this. Now I have selector sub here. I'll inspect this. I'll just copy this part, sir. I'll just select this part and select inspect option. The moment I select inspect option, the Google Chrome DevTools will come. Okay. Now under the elements tab we are. So what I have to do here is I have to go to the subtabs of these elements. The subtabs of, when you select the elements, you'll get subtabs like styles, computed layout, and even more tabs are there. They're getting hidden here. The last option is coming as selector sub. This option will only come when you install selector sub extension. Okay. Otherwise it will not come. You see, when you inspect such kind of elements, it's clearly saying that it's inside an iframe. Can you see that? Selector sub is very smart that it's suggesting you that this element is inside same origin iframe, switch inside the iframe to access it through automation. Learn more. Click on the learn more. You'll have some, kind of courses and all they are displaying. That's okay. If you want to take them, you can take them. Okay, clear guys, clear everyone? Clear? So without this one also we can do, but that takes sometimes, we have to do some kind of police investigation kind of stuff where, you have to right click, inspect this and see. If not here, if you right click here, if you're getting frames, that's okay. Sometimes when you don't select this and right click in an inappropriate way and not a proper way, okay, improper way, then what will happen here, will not get the frame options, and we may be in a wrong assumption that this is not part of a frame. So the best check is that at the end you inspect it and scroll up slowly to see whether a parent tag body is there. Body's parent tag is HTML. HTML's parent tag is iframe. So the iframe is one of the grandparent of this element. That means this particular element is part of the iframe. Okay, or this entire section is part of the, whenever I am hovering on the iframe, on the UI, whatever the area that is getting selected is part of the iframe. Like that, we have to investigate. Okay, we should not lose ourselves. So if you have the access to the tool, you do like that. If you don't have the access, try to right click somewhere nearby, and if you are getting frame options, first right click, select this and right click. If you are getting frame option, that's all good. If you are not getting, just nearby this element, just surrounding area, you just right click, and if you are getting frame source, view reload frame source option, then means it's part of the iframe. Still, if you are not able to get it, right click inspect as a third option and inspect it. And in the HTML code, scroll up to see what is the parent of the p tag body. What is the parent of the body tag? HTML. What is the parent of the HTML? iframe. So iframe, inside the iframe, the element is there. You can consider that. Okay, clear now? How to investigate and all is clear for everyone? Great. Any other questions, guys? You can use selector sub, guys. Selector sub is very good and it's properly maintained. The one of the best, add-on, but we should not depend on that, but it's very good. It will save a lot of time. Once you're good with creating your own XPath expression, CSS selectors and all, and then you can use selector sub just to save your time in your day-to-day activities. It's very good tool and it will definitely save a lot of time. Okay. We have one session already taken by Sanjay Kumar, who was the CEO of this selector sub. One of the session in our series was taken by him. Okay. So any other questions, guys? Any other questions you guys have regarding the frames or any other stuff? You can ask me regarding anything. You can ask, guys, not only frames, because frames concept is not done yet. We are going to continue tomorrow. So meanwhile, if you have any questions, you can ask me. Any questions or doubts regarding frames?
Arun, just one
Or
question from
yeah.
Eclipse. Like the way we just open the text file in Eclipse, do we have any IDE extensions in Eclipse so that we can just straight away open the XLS file in Eclipse? Do you know any IDE extensions?
Excel file, right?
Yeah. So yeah. In the marketplace Eclipse, do we have any IDE extensions where we can simply add it and we can simply attach any Excel and read it from there, just
So
like the way we
your
do open
requirement
text
is
file?
that what if the Excel software is already there in your machine, or Excel is not there in your machine and
Yeah,
not
Excel is
installed?
there, but I just want to open that Excel file from Eclipse itself, the way we do for a text file, right?
Yeah, I'll just copy paste one of the Excel file here. You see, this is the thing, right? If I open here, what is the problem happening? How it opens by default? Let's see that first. Editors available on marketplace. Editors available on the marketplace. Better editor support for XLS files available on the marketplace. Your .xls file was opened in an embedded system editor, which might not be fully integrated. Better editor support is available on the marketplace. Show ID extensions for this file type and let me install them. Associate Excel files current. I want to go with the suggestions. Okay, what things are there? Okay. So some extent it will by default, it's very intelligent, right? It will tell us what extension we have to install. It is not giving the extensions. I'll type for Excel here. Excel, search. Because that is a Microsoft thing, right? I don't think they have given something free for us, because they don't want their files to be.
Because somewhere in some of the video I saw the person who was showing something, it was having that Excel file open in Eclipse itself, but that there was nowhere it was mentioned like how actually that the topic was different thing. So that's why I just thought like.
Okay. So we can find it out, not a problem. So let's find it out. It's very easy to find it out by Googling. We can do that. What extension I have to install in Eclipse IDE so that I can open Excel files in my editor? Okay. There is some like dbeaver integrates with Office and supports XLS file format data export. Allow in place system editors option set in preferences on the general editors page. Preferences, go to preferences window, preferences, then general editors, allow in place system editors. Okay, so what if I don't install anything and don't save? I'll double click on this. I was getting an option earlier, right? Will I get that option or not? Let's see. Associate and say what is happening. Let's see. I'm not getting right. Let me close this and open it again. It's the text file it is opening, not a proper editor. Okay, save this. So we'll install an extension now. Help. Install new software. What are the softwares that dbeaver is one of the software they are suggesting? Let's try one by one. Okay, then what is that? Another one. Before going there, project, Windows preferences, general editors, and here allow in place system editors. It's already there now. This may open editor on file store. How do I
Check in Stack Overflow. That Stack Overflow generally.
Okay, fine. Yeah, that is a common thing. Let's go with the Stack Overflow. There is no internal editor for Excel files in standard Eclipse. So you are just getting the normal text editor, trying to edit a binary file. You could try id.open editor on file store. This may open in place system editor within the Eclipse. You need to have allow in place editor option set in preferences on the allow in some place editors. Allow in place that is already set. But ultimate thing is that we have to do one more thing here. What is this open editor file store? I don't know. Open editor on file store. Okay, for a file in the workspace, you should use ifile. If you have a selection from Project Explorer on a file, resource plugin, get workspace, get root something. To open the default editor for the file contents, use id open editor paste something. To open specific use this, they have not explained much. We'll see another. Open Eclipse, help install marketplace, find search by BIRT spreadsheet. BIRT spreadsheet, help Eclipse marketplace. Search for that BIRT, 0 matches. Eclipse BIRT latest. Let's try this out. BIRT Eclipse. Let's install and see whether anything happens. BIRT is different and spreadsheet is different now. But let's see if it works. Otherwise, we'll ignore that. We'll remove that. One minute. I'll cancel that. Don't want to install. Help Eclipse Marketplace. Spreadsheet. Are we getting anything regarding spreadsheet? No. dbeaver is one thing, right? D-E-A-V-R-R. Search for that. Let's see what will come. dbeaver. dbeaver.
Arun, one option is
Yeah, yeah.
there. Could you
Yeah, what
go
is
to
it?
the Eclipse?
Hmm.
Could you go to the Eclipse?
Okay.
Right click that file, Excel file.
This file, okay.
Open with
Okay, open with other.
system, no, system editor.
1 minute. Just give me a second. Right click. Open with
System
system
editor.
editor. Hmm.
Yeah.
It will open using the system resource, right? In the computers.
Yeah.
Related stuff. But the one that is being asked is like, it should be embedded, right? To open like embedded
Yeah,
mode.
so the moment we click on it, that was actually being opened
In the Eclipse ID
in his
only.
video, but yeah, I didn't know like how he did that.
It opened like this or a different way?
I mean, the content were the way we open simply.
external programs, Excel, why there is nothing here? We have something now. So one thing, right click here, create a new cell file, ABC, BC, open this file, save this, file I'll copy here, paste it here, fine. Okay, let's not worry about that. Okay, right click here and say open with. If you say system editor, it will open outside. If I say in place editor means it has to open inside. Is it opening here or not? No, a blank thing is coming, right? If I right click here and again say open with system editor. Yeah, it's working, but internally it's not able to. So let's try something. See if I can install any things. Okay. and go to the marketplace. Spreadsheet data integration is also there. Okay. Spreadsheet. Your install button is not there. It's already installed also. Only these two are installed. Nope. Nope. Okay guys, nothing is working out here. I don't see any plugins anywhere. Opening Excel file in Eclipse IDE editor. Ensure that allow in-place system editors option in the preferences on the general. That is already there now. It's opening, but the problem is it's not showing us, right? It's opening, but window preferences, what was there? Preferences, general and editors. Allow in-place system editors is already there here. Okay. This is the only thing they are suggesting us. And when I open that, right click, open with other internal editors, no, external programs. Click, open with In place editor. Not possible. Okay. So guys, let's do this R&D. I'll just add into the R&D topics because no solution is not coming there. Open Excel file in Eclipse IDE editor. Possible or not? Possible or not using in place editor. In place editor. Okay, that is Eclipse editor. Okay. Any plugins we have to do R&D. Okay, this is R&D topic. Whatever we are unable to answer, right, we'll put that in the postponing mode. But anyone gets a solution, just find it out, guys. It's a very good way of learning. I'll try to also do, and if I get any solution, I'll let you know, guys. Okay. There may be something, but we'll find it out. Okay. Yeah. Any other questions? Guys, any other question?
So each and every the frame has a head and body section separately now.
Each and every frame.
Each and every frame within the
yeah,
web
that
page.
will actually iframe means, you know, it is a wrapper around a page, right? iframe means nothing but it is a wrapper around the page. So if you see here, one of the frame will go again, the internet Heroku or something will go and see what exactly it has. Copy this, paste this here. So this particular is there inside a frame. Inspect this, and you see on the top of their body is there, head is there. That means you are embedding a web page inside an iframe, right? Since we are embedding a web page inside an iframe, that definitely will have HTML tag and body head tags and all those stuff. Okay, whatever it may be. Fine. The original page, in that you are embedding another web page. Another web page will also have HTML tags and body tags, etc. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Any other questions? Does anyone have any other questions regarding this frames, etc.? So meanwhile, I'll also do something here where I'll post the tomorrow's topics here, tomorrow session details in our WhatsApp group. So meanwhile, you can ask me the questions, guys. No problem. Okay. Yesterday I posted a lot of questions, guys. Okay. Yesterday I posted a lot of questions. If you feel them are useful, right, you just prepare for them. Okay. Meanwhile, at some point of time in one of the sessions, we'll discuss that. We have the edit option. Yeah. Tuesday, Wednesday. Tomorrow, Wednesday IST. What will be the topics? 7 a.m. IST. 7 a.m. IST. We are going to have general Selenium Java R&D session. R&D sessions. R&D sessions. Our topic will be on this iframes only. iframes will be continued. Okay, continued. Then at 8 p.m. IST tomorrow, 8 p.m. IST tomorrow, we'll have Selenium Java crash course. Selenium Java crash course series, where we are going to have file reading and file writing mechanism explained. Okay. in the 8 p.m. IST today. I mean, today this is the one. Tomorrow, what can be there? Selenium Java crash course series, file reading and file writing mechanism. Maybe it will be continued. File reading and file writing will be continued. But today it will be
Arun,
continued.
actually, I'm
Today,
inspecting the Amazon website,
uh-huh.
and yeah, so where I got this iframe tag, but in that I'm not finding the head and body section, so I'm little bit confused in
Which
that code.
website you tell? Which website?
Amazon, Amazon.in.
.in.
Yeah.
Amazon.in. Yeah, which
Yeah.
element?
I have the video, Dehati Ladke. I have inspect on that. It's an advertisement, I guess.
1 minute. Am I not getting that?
Okay, so okay, you can inspect and go to the one of the frame. Yeah,
Okay.
this. Mhm.
Hmm.
So, I'm not finding the head and body section under this iframe.
Is there no?
Yeah, you have, but actually,
Okay, 1 minute. This one maybe doesn't have a done body. Let's see. Script,
Yeah, like this. Yeah.
tag, span. Yeah. iframe, name, something they are giving here. Okay, this video only, right?
Yeah, video only. Yeah, correct.
It's part of this element is part of this HTML head, and somewhere here we have the iframe. Maybe directly if you search from this, you are not finding, but here somewhere here at the end of this, somewhere here it's iframe. We have the document kind of stuff, and in that we have HTML head body. You see, got it? Here it's ending.
Okay.
So maybe under document, there is something here. So earlier when
But
we find
writing
like this,
the
right?
doc type,
Yeah,
but
here
writing
when
a
we
doc
type
type,
like this, see under document we have this. Okay.
okay.
Yeah, doc type is for to define this HTML code has been written in the form of using HTML5 version. Okay, which is an ongoing version of HTML. Okay, that is the reason before HTML they put doc type. Okay, so to say that this particular page
Okay.
is designed using HTML5 version because there is no other version coming after HTML5, right? That's the reason. Okay. We have this kind of discussions going on in non-tech to tech series, all the versions of HTML, till which version HTML was there. There's weekend sessions are there, non-tech to tech series kind of series at 2 p.m. IST every weekend. Okay, Saturday and Sunday. There we are discussing
Yeah.
all this technical stuff more. Okay, if you are interested, join that. So it will be useful.
Yeah, I have attended that section.
Yeah, you attended, no? Okay.
Yeah.
And I think your question got resolved, right? Somehow we are not able to find, but we are able to find out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pavan, let's not worry about that festival. Okay, it's not like we have to be attached to something, right? I think we don't have to go with the festival for tomorrow. We'll not take any holiday for that festival. Okay, we'll continue with the sessions. Are you guys okay
Yes,
with
sir.
the?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better, right? Because
Yeah,
the
it's
festival will
better.
be there, but mostly it will be done in the afternoons or that not like other festivals. So, we can simply attend that and still continue our sessions in the morning and evening because early mornings and early late evenings we are doing. So I don't think that will disturb this festival. Okay. If anyone has any problem,
when
let me
we
know.
start the framework part,
it will take time, but if you want to go this kind of way, it will take time. If you don't want, we can go it fast. But even frameworks also, I want to do in R&D manner. Okay, we'll start frameworks soon.
Okay.
But we are in the advanced topics. I told you just now, right? These are the topics that are left out. I'll just show you the list of topics. Handling frames. Okay, it may take 1 or 2 more sessions. I'm just thinking because if more doubts will come, it will take 2 sessions. If no doubts, right, we can go fast. Okay. Then after that, we'll handle mouse and keyboard events. And then taking the screenshots, which is a simple topic only. Okay. Then handling the calendars, handling the tables. Okay. And different variety of calendars, different variety of tables. Okay. So, and WebDriver hierarchy is there. After this, JavaScript executor we can see. And these are additional topics we can, after the framework also we can see if you want. Robot class and all. Okay. Or you say that, okay, before frameworks only, let's go to robot auto IT, then we can also cover like that also. Okay. So some additional topics, if you want to cover at the end of the thing, then we can skip from after JavaScript executor, we can directly go to the frameworks. Okay. And after the frameworks, we can again come back to robot class, auto IT and all, up to you, what you want to do. Or have this old page created, right? For example, here, I'll try to do some R&D on other topics and I will try to add them as add-on topic because I want to cover everything for this, for you guys. Okay. So it depends on you. So if you want me to complete the important topics and go to frameworks, I'll go, and later after the frameworks, that will take a lot of time to come back to the Selenium concepts again. Okay. So it's up to you how you want me to design the course. Okay. Based on that, we'll do. Is that fine?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes. There are 3 to 4 more topics. Once they are completed, we'll ask the people whether they want to go with frameworks or additional topics based on the votes and all. We'll decide to go with either frameworks or frameworks. Before frameworks, you have to go with framework concepts. Okay. Like every framework concepts we are going to learn in detail. Okay. That also will take time. So once we are good with the framework concepts, then we'll go to the frameworks and then create different type of frameworks, do a lot of R&D on frameworks, or that thing will happen. Okay. Fine.
Yeah, final.
Yeah, fine. Okay. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions? Okay, then just go to the Telegram group. Meanwhile, you can ask me the questions, guys. If anyone have any questions, you can still ask me. Today's notes will be different. Today we started frames, so it will be different. These are the notes. And code I'll upload. If you have any questions, you can ask me while I'm doing all this stuff.
Hi, Arun. Can you
Yeah,
hear me?
Sandesh.
Yeah, so I was just going through the classes videos. Okay, so I got a one doubt, like if whenever we create a methods, right? So that time we use a static void.
Yes, correct.
So if we don't use a static, then like how we can access the methods in
Yeah,
main
yeah,
method?
I'll explain you that. Don't worry. Okay, just give me a second. See there.
Yeah, sure.
We comment this one. So handling frames, part one, create, push, origin, main. Done. Then okay. Then assignment. I'll give one assignment also. Assignment one. Clear and type text into the field available at same web page. That is internet here. Okay. You don't have not only just clearing. We have to type and then next one is today's recording will be uploaded soon. I'll upload the recording. Okay. Yeah, fine. Coming to your question. What was the question? Can you repeat again? Methods, right?
Yeah, yeah. When we create a method, right, we use static.
Hmm.
If we don't use static, then how can we access in
Yeah, for example,
main method?
main method is which type of method? By default, main method is a static method, right?
Static.
Now, if I have another method which is of static type, public static void sample A,
Right.
sample one, otherwise. So if I write something like this system.out.println, if I write down inside sample one, then what will happen? Can I call this method directly? Can I call this
Sample
method
one.
directly from the main method? Yes or no?
Yeah, we can.
We can. What is the reason behind that? What is the reason behind that?
Because like main method will execute first, then it will call the
Hmm.
another method, sample one.
Yeah, you are not getting any error here while you are calling the method because this method is also a static method. Static methods can
Right.
directly access the static stuff. You don't have to, okay? You can call them directly basically. And if I create another method like public void sample2, is this a static method or non-static method?
It is non-static.
Non-static means nothing but instance method inside sample2. Okay, instance means object-oriented related method. So static methods cannot directly access sample2 method. You cannot call this directly. You see, if you're going to get an error here. Why? Because static methods can only access the static stuff directly. Non-static stuff like non-static variables or non-static methods cannot be accessed directly. But is there any way? Yes, there is a way. The way is that
We can
instead of
create
accessing
a
like
class
this, yes, we have to create an
using
object for the
class.
class. Yes, you have to, no, you're not using the class. We have to create an object for the class in which this particular non-static method is available inside this main method. That is sample A, SA is equal to new sample A. Okay, like this, you have to create an
Okay.
object for the class in which this particular method, non-static method is available. And using that object reference, you can call the method. Got it? Now you can call this method. Run this, it will run. Inside sample1 will be printed, inside sample2 also will be printed. Okay.
Okay. And
Clear,
another
na?
one is like, yeah, this one is clear. So whenever we declare a global variable, right? So once we declare a global variable, and even we also declare in variable inside the method. So if we want to access the global variable outside the methods, so every time we have to create a object, then only we can access it, or directly we can access it.
Directly we cannot access because this will override this one, right? The local, because this should be static first of all, because inside the, static methods, only static variables can be accessed. So I have to make it static. System.out.println. If I say what will be printed, 10 will be printed or 5 will be printed in this case.
10 will be printed.
10 will be printed, right? Because this is a local variable will be given preference over the global variable. Okay. Run this, right click, run as Java application, and see that 10 should be printed instead of 5. You get 10 printed. What if you want 5 then? That's the question, na? System.out.println. This is a static variable. So static variables, you don't have to, we can do one thing like this, sample a.a, I'll say. Now run this code.
Now it will print 5.
Yeah. Okay. Because this is a class related variable. Okay.
Okay.
This is one way you can do.
Yeah. Okay.
If it is not, if it's non-static global variable, in that case, what you will do? Int, otherwise, if it's say int b is equal to 15, here also int b is equal to 25 is there. Okay. If I have to
So
access this
then
one,
we
how to
have
access?
to,
How to create an object,
so
right?
then
Basically,
we
I have
have
to
to
do.
create an object. Yeah, we have
Yes,
to
I have to
create
create
an
an
object
object
in
here.
it.
Yes. SA dot system dot out dot, already object is created, so we don't have to do much. SA dot b. So if I normally say b means system dot out dot println b means it will take the local variable anyhow. And if I say SA dot b means it should take 15. Okay.
Yeah. Got it.
Okay. Everything we can access. Okay.
Yeah. Got it.
Clear now? Your doubts?
I yeah, because like I was earlier I was working on Python, right? So in Python we don't have this main method concept, and we can
Okay.
directly
Okay.
access the
Fine.
variables
Fine.
outside the class.
Yeah. Correct. Correct. Python has a different way, and Java has a different way. So you have to empty your cup. You have to move to Java. Okay. So
Yeah,
otherwise
yeah,
it
fine.
confuses us, because even I moved from Java to Python, Python to C sharp, C sharp to JavaScript, everything I moved. Okay. But I felt like when I moved to other language, right, even after having so much of experience in training people, right, still, that feeling, Python feeling has come for a lot of time. Then again, after some time, right, I got adjusted to Java again. Okay. The subconscious mind, right, it will, put some things back in your
Yeah,
mind,
but
like some Python and
because
all.
earlier I was very allergic about learning this coding and all. When I learned Python, now I am feeling like Java is a little bit easy because
Hmm.
of Python.
Hmm. Okay. Python makes the thing simplified, but it looks, like
A little
in
bit
very
complicated.
yes, less lines of code. You have all the things, methods will be there actually. Okay. For everything, some method will be there in Python. Okay. Extensive library will be there. But in Java, you have to do it by yourself. Okay. Such kind of thing is
Yeah,
there. So learning will be more in Java when compared to Python. Python will be easy to get the things done, but Java learning will be more basically. Okay, so that's why when anyone asks me, right, whether I have to go with Python or Java, means first start learning Java. Once you complete Java, you go to Python if required, I say. Okay.
yeah.
Because they can learn more stuff. Okay. A lot of programming expertise we can build with the help of Java when compared to Python, because Python makes it very simple and gives all the predefined methods which can be
Yes,
used to get the things done. Okay, that's what I feel.
yes, yeah.
Yeah, great questions. So any other questions, guys? Anyone have any other questions? Krishna Priya, Rinki, do you have any other questions? If you don't have any questions, just type no in the chat box. Okay. What about you, Rinky? You have any questions? Okay, fine then. Sandesh, all good, right?
Yeah, sir. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, fine.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome, welcome. We can discuss
Have
all
a
this, so
great
no
day.
problem. Yeah, fine. Have a great day. We'll meet at 8 p.m. IST. If possible, you can join. It's up to you. Okay.
Yeah.
Where we
Yeah.
are exploring Java in depth actually. In the evening sessions, right? What's happening, Sandesh, is like we are exploring each and every concept in depth, but we are at the file handling concept. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. I like my timing is not matching it because I
okay.
come at 9 like that. So
Hmm. So we have
that
actually
is why.
explored these topics also that we are not covering in the morning hours, but we have
Yeah.
decided to go with this one, this
Yeah.
concepts we have
So
explored in.
so that is why
Yeah.
I am not able to cope up with that 8 p.m. class. So I'm
Hmm.
learning from your videos shared by
Okay,
you.
okay. Yeah, I'm saying that if when you get time, right, even follow that Selenium Java crash course because you'll get more knowledge than whatever I covered in the morning hours. Okay. So because we
Sure.
also explored more topics here, you see, these are the topics. Okay. So
Yeah.
even data structures and algorithms also we have put at the end, so that we want to continue like that in the evening crash course thing. It's like Java related stuff. Okay. Fine, in depth.
Oh, okay. Fine. Sure.
Okay, then fine. That's all from my side. See you in the next session. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank
Have
you.
a great day.